Hello, welcome to Chapter Book Story Time. I'm here with my fuzzy friend, Captain Noodles. So go ahead and get cozy, because we've got some exciting things happening in our book right now. In the last chapter, Carter and all of his friends, all the Misfits, Layla and Theo and Ridley and Ollie and Izzy are all working together to stop Bazo from stealing this diamond, the Star of Africa. So they've all got supplies in their backpacks. They've gone to the stage. Some of them went below the stage. Some of them went in the catwalk above the stage. And they're setting up surprises for Bazo. We don't really know what those surprises are yet. That's all it said. But while they were doing that, Layla and Carter overheard Mr. Vernon, Mr. Dante Vernon, talking to his old friend Bobby. And we discovered that his old friend Bobby is none other than B.B. Bazo himself. So they used to be friends, and Mr. Vernon went to talk to him to try to convince him to not do this. Don't steal the Star of Africa. Don't do this. It's a terrible thing to do. And instead of listening to him, Bazo basically said, no way, I'm definitely going to do this. I want to make millions off of this and retire. And then he had the spider lady bonk Vernon on the head, and the walrus threw him in a sack, and he said that he's going to blame the theft of the diamond on Mr. Dante Vernon. So this is a tricky situation. Layla's understandably very upset. She wants to save her dad. So let's see what they're going to do. Chapter 18. Carter and Layla scrambled down the ladder backstage. They met the others in an old prop room that Bazo and his carnival crew weren't using. What's wrong? Ridley asked, as soon as she saw the tears in Layla's eyes. Bazo has Mr. Vernon, Carter said. What? Ollie and Izzy said at the same time. I think Bazo is going to frame him, Layla guessed, hugging Ridley. They're going to make it look like my dad stole the diamond. What do we do? Theo asked. Carter thought hard before saying, we stick to the plan. Forget the plan, Carter. We have to rescue Mr. Vernon, Ridley snapped. We can do both, Carter said, a glimmer in his eye. Remember what the carnival psychic, Madame Helga, said? If you work together and stay true to one another, nothing will bar you. If we stick to the plan, we can prove Bazo is the thief, and Mr. Vernon goes free. It's the best way. You're going to have to trust me on this. All right, so they have a plan. Carter wants to do both. He wants to stop Bazo from stealing the diamond and save Mr. Dante Vernon. You think they will succeed? The Misfits were hiding backstage when Bazo's show began. The pock pickets opened with the same song and dance to introduce Bazo, who then transformed roses into dandelions. It's the exact same show he performed at the Big Top, Ridley noted. No points for originality here. Bazo went through his entire routine with gusto. Such a wonderful crowd, Bazo cheered, his crooked smile the only indication that he might be hiding something. I have only shown you wonders, but it is time for something else to razzle and dazzle you. I would like to introduce you to the real star of the show. The world's largest diamond, the Star of Africa! 4 security guards came out with a black metal box the size of an adult man's fist. They set it on a table next to a glass podium rising several feet over the stage. When they opened the box, an ooh ran through the massive audience. Gently, Bazo picked up the diamond. A darkness twinkled in his eye. Carter recognized the look. It was pure greed. Misdirection was at play here, but Carter wasn't sure which direction he should be looking. He noticed the glass podium rising several feet over the stage. There was a mechanism in it that would make the diamond vanish. It was all explained in the book Mr. Vernon had given him. Found in 1905, the Cullinan diamond was presented to King Edward VII of Great Britain on his 66th birthday. Oh, sorry. I need to make my Bazo voice. Found in 1905, the Cullinan diamond was presented to King Edward VII of Great Britain on his 66th birthday, Bazo said as he placed the beautiful sparkling gem on the glass podium. It was cut into several diamonds, the largest of which is here before you, the Great Star of Africa. As you can see, there is nothing quite like it. It is beyond beauty and beyond value. It is my humble honor to include it in my show today. The audience clapped, ready for more. What are you going to do? A man hollered from the middle of the audience. Carter looked over and realized that the man was Bazo's own security guard, only he wasn't wearing his creepy clown makeup anymore. Why, make the diamond disappear, of course, Bazo said. The security guard seemed suddenly alarmed. Don't worry, I'll put it back. Everyone laughed, everyone except the Misfits. Now, I'd like everyone in the audience to keep their eyes on the Star of Africa, Bazo said. Don't look away. Focus, focus, focus. Bazo pulled out a purple sheet and threw it over the diamond. Only for a second. He pulled the sheet back, and the diamond was gone. Where is it? Bazo smiled. Why, all around you, of course. Look up and see the diamond dust. Silver glitter sprinkled down over the audience. Now, as much as I would like you all to keep it, ha! I suppose I must bring it back. Bazo rubbed his hands together. Count with me, friends. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. There was a blast of flame and smoke from the podium, and the diamond appeared again, a spotlight striking it. Rainbow reflections exploded across the stage. The audience gasped and then broke into another thunderous round of applause. Guards, I suppose you'll be wanting this back, Bazo said. The 4 security guards walked toward the diamond. Carter squinted and noticed that some of the luster of the diamond was gone. This wasn't the real Star of Africa. This was the fake. The real diamond had been switched out during the act, just as the Misfits suspected. Carter knew what he had to do. Suddenly, the lights in the entire theater went out, and the world was plunged into darkness. Guards! Police! Bazo yelled in the pitch black. Someone is stealing the diamond! Seal the doors, bar the exits, let no one leave. Wait, I have him! The sounds of a struggle echoed from the stage. There was a crash of breaking glass. People gasped in fear and excitement. We have him! Bazo roared. Conveniently, the lights came back on. Bazo, the walrus, and the spider lady were holding a struggling Mr. Vernon face down on the stage. The fake diamond was on the floor, mere feet away. We have the culprit in custody, Bazo said to the crowd. Police, arrest this man. He tried to steal the Star of Africa. So, I want to break that down for a second. So, Bazo did his magic trick to make the diamond disappear, and then he brought it back. But we know when he brought it back, it was no longer the real diamond. It was the fake. And then suddenly the lights went out. Who do you think turned out the lights? The lights went out, and Bazo started shouting that someone's trying to steal the diamond. And while the lights were out, the spider lady and the walrus brought Mr. Dante Vernon on stage when no one could see it, right? So who turned the lights out? Probably someone from Bazo's crew, right? They turned the lights out so that they could bring Mr. Vernon onto the stage and make it look like Mr. Vernon was trying to steal the diamond while the lights were out. Because then when Bazo's crew turned the lights back on, they're holding Mr. Vernon as if they were stopping him from stealing the diamond. But the diamond that they're claiming he was stealing is the fake anyway. But they're trying to pin it on Mr. Vernon. Bozo, out of breath, raised his hands to the crowd. Well, I hadn't expected that ending to my show, but who doesn't like a little added excitement? Crisis averted, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks to you, the Spider Lady said. You're a hero. You stopped that wild man. The audience cheered with approval. Bozo bowed as people stood, clapping harder. I am humbled and honored, Bozo said, taking another bow. Thank you, thank you. Without inspecting it properly, the guards shoved the diamond into its black case and locked it tight. Several policemen led Mr. Vernon off stage in handcuffs. The show's not over yet, Carter whispered to the others. Let's get the real show started. And that is the end of our chapter. So, did Bozo's trick work? Was he able to make it look like Mr. Vernon stole the diamond? Yeah, right? Everyone was clapping for Bozo like he was a hero and saved this diamond, when really no one knows that he's actually the one that stole it himself. So now Mr. Vernon is being arrested and put in handcuffs and taken away. They took the diamond, the guards took the diamond back, but is it the real diamond anymore? No, it's the fake one now. So they think it's the real one, but they took it back and they put it in its little lockbox to keep it safe, all the while not realizing that it's not the real diamond at all. So who has the real diamond? Bozo, right? Bozo and his crew have the real diamond. But instead of people trying to stop him, everyone's cheering for him, thinking he's some hero that stopped a thief. So the situation's not looking too good right now. Bozo definitely looks like he's going to get away with this, right? But the Misfits, Carter and his friends, they're not done yet, right? They have a plan. So Carter said, let's get the real show started. So in the next chapter, I think we're going to get to find out what their plan is and how they're going to stop Bozo. So I'm excited to find out. I hope they can do it, because not only now do they need to get back the real diamond and stop Bozo, but they also need to save Mr. Vernon. Ooh, so nervous, but I think they can do it. Do you? Well, we'll find out next time. Bye, friends.